Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on Wreckfest with a challenge, and well, I say challenge, it's a rather silly race. This is a mud digger that has had the suspension put fully soft, which means it doesn't break or doesn't turn apparently. Yep, a lot of fallen over. It's essentially the Wreckfest equivalent of a jelly car. There is very little in the way of handling, very little in the way of composure, and a lot in the way of crashing. And that's kind of what we're all here for at the end of the day. The biggest difficulty I've had with this is the brakes. I mean, you already see the first braking zone. I ploughed straight into a wall. It doesn't stop, like, at all. We are all going to be under brakes down here and frantically trying to get it under control. Longboat, you know what, if you want to have a look to the inside, that's fine. Oh! Danger Man has fallen over. Someone's had a massive flip. I think that might have been Ninetails, but I'm not sure. Lado is leading the way, battling side by side with Stevie, and they're having a crash. So yeah, this vehicle has a weird thing. When you put the suspension fully soft, it becomes just full-on jelly car. Oh, that's a very big crash for both of them. Mine's handling a bit like a trophy truck. And when you get it right, it does essentially handle like a stadium truck. Trophy truck is just tripod, front wheel in the air. It dives so much under braking, which is why I'm going super early through here. Longbow's got some speed in this, to say the least. If you want to go to the inside, buddy, I'm not going to fight you too hard, because I'm more worried that you might hit a curb and lean on me and we'll both fall over or something stupid. I can't seem to quite match Longbow for pace in some of these corners. It's weird because it's at some moments in time it actually feels alright. Some moments in time you kind of get you think you're about to have a mile of understeer, and then actually, oh, you know what, it does turn in. And then the next moment you go to turn in and it's still doing this, where it is literally just a mile of understeer. I'm really hoping I can... Oh, I should have just punched it there. I'm gonna reset because we're gonna be stuck there forever. Oh, I got reset all the way back here. I don't know. I don't know if I'd punched that if I would have got clear of Liam, or whether I think we were maybe going to get hit by Liam anyway. We both sort of did the little bit of dove on the brakes, but no one was stopping in time. That has sadly rather put me out of contention at the front. We will. Oh, we will return. Not intentional completely, that one, but a happy coincidence that we. Through what was fairly minor contact for Wreckfest, managed to give Liam a little squeeze and have their truck completely flip and disintegrate. We are 11 seconds behind the leader. We're going to need a miracle to catch up. That was not it. That was the opposite of what we needed. I'm in a terrible place. We've lost half of the front end. Well, we've lost the front quarter. There we go. That's probably a better way of phrasing it. Blakey's managed to make a pickup over there. I didn't know you could do that with these. We're definitely much further away from the leaders now. We're just going to kind of run into here. Lado's fallen over. Blakey's fallen over. We have not fallen over. We have got a lot of oversteer trying to get the power down on this. We're in 7th. I mean, we're not last. It's not been great, though, for us so far. We're kind of hoping we're only coming up to half distance now when we're at 31 health. We're a legit concern for a DNF. Really. I'm going to have to be careful. I can't afford another big hit. I can't afford that. Really can't afford that. Ow. Liam with a massive amount of damage. I mean, not much you can do. Liam's committed to that corner, and there's an upside-down truck as Blakey finds the wall. There's an upside-down truck in front of them. There's very little Liam can do about that. Ladder's got a lot of health in that, despite having fallen over a lot. We're doing our best two-wheeled antics here. It looks like we might be in a battle for 7th, unless vehicles DNF up in front of us. No! Why did that happen? I don't quite know why that did happen. It's like we rode up over the back of Lado's truck, and that's kind of what tipped us. We're in a very, very sorry state now. We've fallen off the tail end of any fun battles, and we are on 11 hit points, which is not going to be great. Lado has gone for a fall. Is that maybe a Blakey? Oh, we've gone for a very low-speed fall. Though Lado also recovering from that. Mute is not too far away. Also in what doesn't really look like a mud digger anymore. Oh, I'm going to lose that front wheel in a minute. I mean, it can't get much worse at this point. So Mute, to be fair, didn't have the money to fully upgrade this to B class like the rest of us are running. So there's his C class. However, it's potentially going to pick up places where we all fumble and fall over. because let's face it, we're going to, and potentially DNF and all that fun stuff. We've got to just try and chase down Lado. I'm going to have to go for an ultra careful driving style through this, if I can. If I can have a couple of good laps, we might be able to pick up... Oh, God, the understeer. I did not need that. I mean, I know we did more damage to Lado than we did to ourselves, but 2 hit points are very important to me when I only have 11. There's Liam, about the only vehicle in front of us. The leaders, I mean, haven't got that. Considering how much we've fallen over, the leaders have also had trouble. Ewan is currently leading the way. Some vehicles, I think, might have gone out, as we're up to 8th now. No, I think that's about where we were, come to think of it. Because, yeah, it was 7th, 8th, and 9th was because we were battling Liam for 7th. We're not anymore, of course. I guess if something happens, we might. It's just going to be a careful final lap. Unfortunately, it might be a little bit of a lonely final lap for us in this one. It started off very well. It then went very poorly, and then overdrove. I think I overdrove trying to catch up when I shouldn't have done. I should have focused on not making more mistakes and compounding the problem. That would probably have been the way to go. And then I got myself to a point now where I just can't push because we're on so little health. We are going to DNF if we are not careful. It's a hell of an experience, this thing, though. It is really not easy to drive. We've caught Liam a little bit on this lap, but unless they fall over big time, we will not be able to do anything. Ewan has claimed victory in race number 1. I don't know the rest of the order at the moment. Oh, there is a slow-moving Liam. I'm going to presume recovering from a roll. We are catching. We are catching. We are just about going to finish the race. Oh, and Liam's binned it. Liam's fallen over on the final corner. We're going to claim 7th. It's all gone wrong for Liam. We will cross the line in 7th. There was a takeout at the crossover bit that started and declined, and it just really went wrong after there. Oh, dear. Ewan claims victory, Longbow 2nd ahead of Danger Man, and Stevie, Ninetails, Gliska, we would take 7th ahead of Liam and Lado, with Blakey out and Mute rounding out the table, still running in all of this. No, well, I say that. It's a funny shaped mud digger back there. What a silly race. For our second race, we have come to the Bonebreaker Valley Circuit. Now, the big thing, I guess, in many ways for the trucks here is going to be a couple of jump landing zones. We don't really know what they're going to do. We're expecting weirdness. Could have been worse. Could have been that. That was what we were expecting. We got quite a nice landing. Whoever's behind me is going to come steaming up the inside, and I wasn't sure if they're going to be fully in control, which is why I left a lot of space for Ninetails there. We're going to get squeezed, but that's fine. If I'm in the middle, I can't fall over. Who's going to bounce? Funky? Nobody. I'm going to have to pick a side in which to go. No, maybe not. I guess we're going this way. Not necessarily the way I wanted, or no turning at all. Me and Gliska are the only ones that went this way. That's fine, I guess. We are going to bounce awkwardly. And my truck was already steering this way. I will just take this. Liam is all locked up, and Liam's actually just flipped it in a braking zone. Well, we've come out of that one there not too shabby. So that's fine. That's all good. As we cross the jump, we will land this nicely. Right, what direction do we want to take? Gliska and Ninetails are going that way. Gliska has fallen over out of the lead. Just turned it in a bit too sharp, and that has gone over, which will promote me to second. Ninetails to the lead, provided there wasn't any weirdness through that section. Again, I get a little bit of an awkward bounce on the landing, so we'll just stick to our side of the track. I nearly locked it and flipped it like Liam did last lap around. We can wiggle the front wheel in the air. That I don't mind. We're going to pretty much come out of this in the same place as we were before. Oh, and Stevie has murdered us. Damn it. Go, 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 go. Right. There's another huge wobble for someone. Danger Man snuck past, although, again, you don't always have a huge amount of control over what this vehicle is doing, so it's not exactly unreasonable to see vehicles in a little bit of bother. Liam's fallen over. I'm kind of on an alternate path to everybody else, which might be good and it keeps me out of trouble, but... oh, whoa! No, we've fallen over at unbelievably low speed there. That's so annoying. That was just a... I counted it. It was so slow and it just didn't want to stop falling over. That's so so annoying, so frustrating, but it's how it goes sometimes with these. We should have counted more, I think, really, with the steering. We're going to need a miracle if we're going to get a good result here. Again, we were running so well, and then we just got unfortunate. We got unfortunate about Stevie ending up just heading straight towards us, and then a silly, very low-speed roll on my own kind of screwed us a little bit more than that. We got any more? Where are the leaders? So they're over that side. I kind of feel like we're not directly being slowed by this battle ahead, and sometimes it's easier to chase a car here, so I'm happy to kind of just follow them at the moment. It is easier, definitely, to straight line that landing. Normally I wouldn't go for the crossover, normally I just stick to the side I'm on, but that's in a good handling car. Ninetales taking it. Oh, it's the final lap. Ninetales taking victory. We are not going to be close enough to do anything. We're hoping for a miracle. It's going to be 8th for us. Oh, another disappointing race, actually, for us here. We ran nicely for a little while, but just couldn't do anything. Very quick lap time from Danger Man in all of that. We weren't too bad. Liam not too shabby either, down to 30.0s, as was Gliska. Yeah, we had a decent enough lap time, but just couldn't recover from the flip. Wasn't quite as crazy as I expected it to be, if I'm honest. I was thinking it was going to be crazier, and there was a little bit at the start, but yeah, Bonebreaker was surprisingly tame as my AI has just fallen over. For our third race, we have naturally come to the trophy truck circuit. This is the Motor City track with the added kind of stadium truck jumps. Because, of course, this can only go really well for the vehicle that bounces around randomly. Oh, me and Ninetales have had a very big death. Straight from the off. No, I didn't need that. Don't know whether that's going to come back down onto its wheels. It will be quick as a reset. So not only have we got to deal with the jumps, but we've got tarmac corners, we've got some big curbs as well that could cause issues for these. And just everything that could be bad is... Oh, I'm not... don't know if I'm going to be able to get across. Oh, definitely should have tried harder than that. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't the worst crash in all honesty. Ninetales really having trouble getting that stopped. As well, everyone always a massive flip. I think that might be Danger Man's gone over. Someone's had a tremendous wreck as we head through this next corner. And the worst thing is you just can't stop having that crash. Once these start tumbling, and especially in some of these blind corners, vehicles are just going to be committed to trying to go through them. Ewan stuck on the outside. Danger Man was braver under brakes than me there. We will try and cross them over, and we will get a good run on the exit, but we will be forced to go the long way round here. We will hit the ramp. Oh, no, you technically can avoid that one. Oh, Danger Man saved it. I did not. Can the split ramp? Ow! Put me back on my wheels. Yep. Nope. Ewan made sure of that. We are down to last now. Well, it won't be for long, though, because Liam's had a falling over as well. That'll be us not in last anymore. I am not. See, I'm quite good with jelly cars on Forza games in general. Even if we ignore the sim steering stuff, but I'm normally not too bad with them. But on Wreckfest, I am not good, apparently. Ewan's having a very big dance in the middle of the road. I mean, it's tempting. Normally, the rules are if there's a rolling car, you're going to hit it. However, as tempting as it is, I am having so many difficulties with these, I honestly don't want to do anything that might damage my vehicle at this point. And, you know, if someone's having a rolling car, they've probably had a bad enough day at that point anyway. So if I can avoid it, I will. I don't think Ewan could avoid mine, because mine was bouncing down the road and just going everywhere. So, oh, there's a Lado gone over. Where is Lado going to appear? Me and Liam desperately try to avoid it. Liam couldn't. Thankfully, I could in all of this. We move up to 6th. Ninetales is into the runoff area in the braking zone, and they've visited some scenery as well. We're up to 5th now. Gliska is some 16 seconds ahead. I mean, all we can do is not make any mistakes. I can drive it as fast as possible and focus primarily on not making any mistakes. Danger Man's only 5 seconds down the road. We know Danger Man doesn't have very much life in that truck, so they're going to have to be a little bit careful. Although they're like... everyone is probably going to be sending it relatively hard here. However, yeah, the last thing you want to do is wreck your vehicle completely on your own. There's no need for it. So, yeah. Oh, God. we'll definitely want to be hitting the lower ramp if at all possible. If there's a split, like I don't want to be getting airtime here if I can help it. Essentially, the less airtime we get, the better. It just means we're less likely to fall over. Come on, truck, don't put that front wheel. I don't want the front wheel wiggling in the air too much. I know it's going to do it a little bit, but I need it controlled and calm and all of those good stuff. All of that nice things. We get a fast enough lap. Oh, okay, we're going to go a little bit wide there, but that's fine. We are controlled over the first jump, not very well controlled over the second jump. We brush the fence, but get the power down again. We're going to need some falling over from cars ahead if we are going to catch up. Essentially, Gliska's had a much better run through this first section, I think, and has pulled away. Someone has gone for a big tumble up ahead, is that? There is a reset truck for us to chase down. That is Stevie that we will try and find a way. We'll try and find a way to stay ahead of. It is onto the brakes, and we are past. Danger Man's had a spin. We're into the podium positions at the moment. That I will take. Thank you very much. It's going to be a big tussle over third, though, between me, Stevie, and Danger Man here with 1 lap to go. Lombo and Gliska are kind of checked out. Gliska lost a little bit of time this lap. Nothing major, but has lost some time. We are going to be on the brakes down here. Try not to lift the rear wheels off the ground. That's when you have real issues under braking, because it just rotates when you do that. Or you saw, I think it was Liam at the start of this race, wiggling all over the place when that happens. Right, hit the jump as straight as possible. Aim for the lower section. There we go. Nicely done. Aim for the lower section again. We are clear. Lock the brakes a little bit into the final corner, but nothing terrible. And there's one more time around. Oh, that was almost terrible. We managed to save it. I caught it in time, could counter steer, and we recovered it, and Danger Man's got over. Oh, Danger Man was so close to the back of us, was just pushing it maybe a little bit too hard. I can't get across for the lower jump, so I'm just... whatever I can do to make sure that when I'm hitting these jumps, we're hitting them as straight as possible is important. No, we're going to go over there. There's nothing I can do about that. We will reset from third, and that may well let Danger Man past. This is the battle for the podium. We are going to punch our way past for now. Stevie's still not that far away. We're going to hit this one. Now, get the truck down. Landed. We do. Get it under control for the corner. We've seen how dangerous that braking zone can be. Over these next couple of ramps we go. Danger Man is still there. It's going to be an ever-present threat till the end of this race. We can launch it. This one hasn't given us too much grief. We've got to get the braking right down here. Danger Man is a little later on the brakes than us through there. My car is bucking its way through the corner. Get that front wheel on the ground. Now, Danger Man can have a look around the outside if they want. They're up onto the side. Not quite going to finish the move. Oh, don't fall over now. That's the last thing we need, is a falling over. Mud Digger Longbow's taken victory. Something's gone wrong for Gliska. I did not see what happened there. We've twisted off the jump. Danger Man is going to go the long way around. It's going to be a drag race to the line. We will park the truck on the apex through there. It was very defensive driving from me as we head over the last of the jumps. Oh, he was so close. Danger Man is going to push us all the way to the finish line. We will claim a podium, though. Good recovery on that one. I'm pleased with that. Longbow with the fastest lap of the race and stole the victory away at the end. Liam is a dumph along the way in that one. We did see Liam have some trouble early on, and Lado's fallen over. Was a wonderful, glorious crash. Well done, Lado. Can't get to the other car that's still running. Oh, can Lado beat Ewan? Nope. Ewan has snuck past, although was wobbling all over the place. Was about to say maybe Ewan was going to have a spin, but did not. Got it sorted out. Ewan will take 7th away from Lado. What a race. That was actually a really good race between me and Danger Man at the end there. Ninetales was recovering quite well back in 5th. These are very, very silly trucks. We're on to our final race with the Jelly Mud Digger. Of course, it has to be at Crash Canyon, the most chaotic of the circuits, where it's the bouncing around on the jumps. These are unlikely to roll too much in the corners as such. It's just what on earth is going to happen here with them. We don't know. We have suspicions. Suspicions are correct. They are terrible. Please land. Just going to have to reset out of that one. Yeah. So, I think maybe the way to go is slowly, pretty much. I think a lot of understeer through the corner there. I think just maybe a little carefully down here to try and actually avoid getting too much airtime. Now, it will make me slightly slower, and it would help if I didn't get pile drived by other cars. Well, that's going to make my life difficult. Yeah, I mean, my plan was working fine. Liam comes steaming alongside and tips us over. So, I mean, yeah. Problem is, now, you want to go fast down this jumpy section. I've got to make up an unbelievable amount of time, but I'm not going to be able to. Oh, crap. There's a Gliska. I mean, actually, that kind of works for me in that it forced us to take it easy. Forced me to slow down a little bit there. We've got past Stevie, so something's gone wrong for Stevie there. We haven't got that much damage, which is something, I guess. I don't know what the jumps are going to be like down this section. We are going to be just content to make it down there in one piece. That's the most important part, is don't flip the truck again. Unfortunately, I fear, while this approach is good for keeping us in one piece, I don't think we're going to make up enough time here to do much. You never know. Especially with a group like that. They're going to fall over again. They're going to have some big wrecks. That's not the line through there at all, is it? It really doesn't want to turn. Let's say, speaking of big wrecks, sure enough, that's Stevie parked across the middle of the track. It might be. It might be. There did look like I saw some wheels up in the air down here, though. Stevie is out. Stevie is wrecked. That has gone. So that's had some big rolls. We lost so much time, but we didn't actually have that much damage, which is good. Oh, piss off, truck. No, we're going to have a crash against Gliska. This is just a really frustrating race. Oh, it's so annoying when you're just stuck 10 seconds away from anybody. And that wasn't even me being stupid. The plan was, I was just trying to be sensible down the jumps. There's no point. I think you might as well just go for it. You know what? If I wreck my car at this point, I don't care. We absolutely eviscerated someone. Yeah, it's gone that way, this race. If something's heading towards us, I'm not moving. I'm just going to hit whatever it is. I mean, maybe we can break it in such a way that makes it tolerable to drive. Because that's how bad this race has gone. Actually, checking it sideways around there, it's surprisingly fast. Yeah, maybe we can DNF some other vehicles. That might help us out. Nope. Oh, I mean, I've had these races before. Sometimes you just have races that you want them to end. And this one is one of them. This is so bad for me. We'll just... Oh, too much sideways. I don't know if you could actually roll it on here. Maybe. Maybe. It's not as much grip roll, kind of. Well, Liam's fallen over again. Hello, Danger Man! It's not killing anyone else, unfortunately. I mean, it's killed us quite heavily. Liam's lost a whole heap of time at the moment. I mean, it's a surprisingly resilient truck, considering literally all the upgrades are on one armoured bumper. Well, not even got the armoured bumper anymore. But it has an armoured bumper and a race engine. Whee! Oh, I'm surprised we didn't get hit by someone. We're on one life. It's not going to last long. It's not going to last long at all. Hey, you can roll over in the corners. Fantastic. Well, that's about a fit again to that. I never want to drive that again around there. It didn't seem to matter whether I drove sensibly or whether I drove stupidly along the bumps. It just did its own thing. And that thing was to screw me over. Longbow has got the... I think Longbow might have finished, maybe? I'm going to guess so, the way that's driving. Yes, okay. Longbow has taken victory in the end of all of this. Ewan spins it across the line and finishes. Liam is in surprisingly good condition after all of that. And there we go. It'll be victory for Longbow. Ninetales gets second ahead of Lado in third. Danger Man gets fastest lap in fifth. Gliska in fourth ahead of Ewan, Liam, me and Stevie. Well, there we go. Some jelly cars. They do exist on Wreckfest. They very much do exist. They are, as you would expect a jelly car to be in this game. Very silly. It's So it's a fantastic thing that despite minimal tuning, you can actually get a jelly car, essentially, in this game. But there we go. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. And until next time, goodbye.